Hello world, and welcome to my bucket list day. My name's Jeff, and today we're going to talk about what is my bucket list day? Where are we going to go? What are we going to do? We're also going to talk about how I got here, and a few other little nuggets along the way. But first, take a look at this intro, and I'll be right back. Hello everyone, and welcome back. As you'll see, there's a change of scenery. I do that from time to time just to mix things up. I have to be truthful. I've tried to make this recording or this video multiple times. Welcome to my bucket list. So if you've asked yourself any of them and one thing or another interrupted it, whether it be sound, a truck, a boat, a plane, kids, dogs, even had one where the power went out. So it was very challenging getting this video put together. But before we get started on what is my bucket list day, let me ask you a couple of questions. Have you ever been sitting at home, kind of bored, wondering, is there more to life than just this? Or you're sitting on the couch watching TV, just getting fatter and fatter, and then thinking, am I missing out on things? Or is life passing me by? Or if you work from home like I do, and you're multiple hours in front of the computer and on the phone and thinking to yourself, I could be doing this from anywhere. Why am I stuck inside this house doing this? Have you ever had any of those questions to yourself or had anybody else ask you those questions? You're not alone, because that's what I exactly did. So I decided I'm going to make a change in my life. I'm going to try to live life better. I'm going to try to accomplish those goals. And I had so many things that I wanted to do, or my bucket list. I decided, let's get going on that. Let's start it now. Why wait till you retire? Or why wait till this or wait till that? I decided, why not do it all now? So that's what I did. So let's get into what is my bucket list day. Well, it's essentially that. I'm going to try to live each day living my bucket list. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to be jumping out of airplanes or mountain climbing or all the fun adrenaline things that you saw me do in the trailer video, which if you haven't seen the trailer video, just go down below here. You'll see I've got a link for it, and watch that trailer. Then you get kind of an idea of some of those things that I've done in the past, and we're going to do those again. But on top of that, there's a lot more to it. I've got a lot of things on my list, such as meeting new people, new and exciting people. I believe everybody's got a story, and I love to hear everyone's story. I have old friends that I haven't seen in a long, long time, and I want to get reacquainted with them and build those relationships back up. There are certain people that I want to meet. There are lots of different places I want to go and explore. Now, I have been fortunate. I have actually traveled the world a few times over with my job and a little bit of pleasure. So I've been very fortunate there, but there is a lot of places I want to go back to. But because a lot of times it was for work, I didn't have the chance to really explore and get to see and know the area, understand the culture a little better. So I plan to go back and do all of that stuff, and I want to bring you all along with me to do that. Now, granted, we can't do that right now because of COVID, so for the meantime, we're just going to stick to North America. And then on top of that, there's all those adrenaline junkie things that I did in the past that I'm going to do all over again. But most importantly, my bucket list day is for you, the community, to not only join me, but also for you to share with me what your bucket list items are. And in some cases, I might even be joining you on your bucket list items. Sometimes somebody comes up with something like, hey, I've never done that. I'd like to give it a try. So I'll join you with that. In the forthcoming videos, you're going to meet a lot of my bucket list buddies. And we're going to be doing lots of crazy things. We're going to be doing a lot of fun things. But most importantly, we're going to be trying to live life to its fullest. And in doing so, we hope to meet a lot of wonderful people along the way. And most importantly, we hope to inspire you to do some of these things on your own. And that is really kind of the goal of where we're going with all of this. I want to build a community of people that want to have a better life, explore life, live life to its fullest. And if I can inspire or motivate even one of you at each time I release a video, my job is accomplished. And that's really what it's all about. You'll also see that I do a lot of giving back or philanthropic work, things like that. I've been doing that for many, many years. Those who've known me know that I do this. So you'll be seeing quite a bit of that as well. And hopefully it'll motivate you to do something in your community and help out a little bit where you see a need. And so those are all the things that are my bucket list. And I hope you guys join me and subscribe below. I invite you to go to my website. The link is right down below here. And click on the tab that says my bucket list. And it'll see it's divided into 3 categories. It's people, places, and activities. So look at all of those things, and if there are things that are interesting to you, then great. This is the place for you. I do hope you subscribe and like this channel, because as you know, the YouTube algorithms, how they work, it all works on how many people are watching and how many people are subscribing and liking my videos. So I really do hope you do that. That'll help me out quite a bit. So like I said earlier, my goal is to hopefully inspire and motivate some of you to do some of the things that you've been wanting to do, to go explore your bucket list or check off a few things on your bucket list. But on top of that, I really want to inspire people to just get out and have a better life and try to find ways to improve their life. Whether it be you're in a bad relationship, your job, you hate it, but it's just doing something that's putting food on the table, which is very important. Got to do that. But start looking for other ways to make a living that makes you happy. The old saying that is, if you enjoy what you're doing at work, it's not work. It's just you're living and you're loving life. And I've been always trying to do that, and hope that I can motivate some of you to take a look at your life and do the same. That brings me to one point. I've had some of my friends and bucket list buddies say, Jeff, isn't it scary to do everything that you did to get ready for this and make this leap? And yeah, it was kind of scary. I contemplated it quite a bit. And there was a lot of times I started thinking, boy, am I making the right decisions? So then I went back into my archives of my thought process, and I said, you know what? If you don't take a chance on something, you're never going to win at it. You're never going to succeed at it. So I decided to take that leap, take that chance, and see what happens. So I always lived by this philosophy. And that is, if you're afraid to do something, do what you fear most and you control fear. So I've kind of lived my life that way, and that's why I've been able to do some of the things that I've done, and sometimes succeeded and sometimes failed. And just like in this channel, you're going to see a lot of my successes, but you're also going to see a lot of my fails. In fact, sneak peek, there's a huge epic fail that you're going to see in a future video here that pretty much set back this entire thing for about 4 months. And that's all I'm going to say about it, but it was epic. Stay tuned. I'm going to tell you all about it, and I got a lot of video about it as well. However, it didn't deter me from stopping. It only motivated me more to keep driving forward, to keep moving forward and accomplish my goals. So one final point. I like to find heroes in life, in everyday life. And from time to time, that's just finding people that are doing the right thing without ever being asked, or most importantly, doing the right thing when nobody's even watching. I've always tried to live my life that way. I've tried to teach my daughter to live that way. And from time to time, I come across people that do the right thing and like to point them out. Now, the person I'm talking about for today's video, I reached out to them. However, I have not heard back from them at the time of this video. If I could use their name and their company and things like that. So I'm just going to point out what they did. The gentleman's name is Pat, and he runs and manages or owns, I'm not quite sure, an RV park in Texas. And as you all know, recently in Texas, they had vicious winter storms there that were unexpected. They had lost a lot of power in a lot of areas, and they were all pretty much stuck. So this person, Pat, who owns or manages this RV park, did not lose power. So he went out on Facebook in the RV community and he invited anybody in the area that was without power to bring their rigs over to that RV park free of charge to hook up and ride out the storm and ride out this whole issue that they were having with no power. So Pat, here's a shout out to you that's doing the right thing. To me, you're a hero. So, and finally, I will tell you in the next several videos, we're going to talk about how did I get where I'm at, how did I transition from my normal life that I was living into a life of traveling the world and having fun and excitement and living my bucket list life. We're also going to talk about all the challenges it took to get here. And I mentioned earlier an epic fail. That's also coming in a future video on what that's all about, and hopefully you'll all get a kick out of it, because at the time I was a little upset, but now I look back at it and I laugh. So hopefully it'll bring you a little humor as well. So I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope you like and subscribe to this video, and join me on my on this journey to living my bucket list day. Thanks. Talk to you next time.